way. Hey, YouTube. If anybody's here, anybody here seen my old friend Martin? Can you tell me where he's gone? He's freed a lot of people, but the good, they seem to always die young. Is anybody here? Or am I malfunctioning? Hi, Prima Wanda. Hello. I'm just singing to fill the time y'all get here. Hey, RJ Supreme. Gemini. How you guys? It's a sad thing, sad topic I want to talk here. I'm not going to be here long because their YouTube is going to demonetize this video because they don't want us amateurs talking about these serious subjects, right? That's how they do it. They let the news people do it, and they let shows like The View do it, but they don't. They have a problem with YouTubers covering mass murderers and things like that. Anyway, but I'm talking about this case where this dude, who I don't think it serves any purpose to say his name. I don't want him to make him more famous. This dude in Atlanta goes and shoots up 3 bars owned by Asian people and primarily Asian. They're not saying directly, the newscasters are not allowed to say, I guess, that they're sex workers, but they're interviewing sex workers, right? We'll leave it at that. Anyway, so this white dude who looks like a racist, I mean, he's got this beard. He looks like somebody out of the hills or something, right? I don't know how racist looks, but a lot of them have that look where they're just unkept in their chin. He has that appearance. He's 21 years old. So they caught him the same night his parents turned him in, or his parents gave them the description. But here's my issue. I do have an issue maybe some people haven't talked about yet. They're saying it's a hate crime if you kill people based on their race. That's a hate crime, right? And it's a hate crime if you kill a woman because she's a woman. That's a hate crime. But there's no law against killing a prostitute. This dude, he's claiming that he has a sexual addiction. So I guess he's went to all the spas that he had been serviced by, and he's saying that he killed them because of his sex addiction. Well, why did that change anything? It's still a hate crime. If you are singling these people out because they're prostitutes, isn't that a hate crime against prostitutes? I mean, hasn't this country always had a problem with these people who kill prostitutes? It's a very dangerous game, and that's why, because people will kill them and many times get away with it. Just like they get away with a lot of the murders of transgender people. I didn't know she was transgender, so therefore I got to kill her. Right? Anyway, that disturbs me. It doesn't make any difference if they were sex workers or not. If you killed them because they were a sex worker, that's a hate crime, right? This boy didn't look like he made a lot of money in his life. Maybe his issue was that he couldn't pay for what he desired, and so he decides to eliminate. Maybe he's been rejected. Not enough of this story has come out yet. It just happened a day ago. Anyway, what difference does it make, really? I mean, they want to call it a hate crime. If you go out and kill somebody because it's a hate crime, yes, they will enhance your sentence. I think it's, in most cases, 10 to 20 years more because it's a hate crime, right? 10 or 15 years more or something like that. But this dude didn't kill 8 people. He's at the max. There'll be no enhancement unless that will put him in an electric chair. But you would think if you murdered 8 people, well, I mean, with tons of witnesses, you would think there wouldn't be enough to put him in a chair. I don't know what the laws are in Atlanta. Most states don't even have the death penalty, but I don't know how his sentencing is going to be in any way enhanced because it's a hate crime. This dude is a murderer. And I think we are fortunate that that's why Donald Trump, a person like that, can't be a president. People will say, oh, Trump's been gone 6 weeks, so you can't blame him. No. When he was there, the number of hate crimes against Asian people went up over 100%. We had the president of the United States here talking about the China virus. And I said, why is he trying to, what is he doing? What's up with him? So he had all these people calling the Asian virus, China virus. They kind of kill us, kill them, hurt them, jumping on old people. They pushed one dude down. I think it's upstate in New York. Somebody pushed the old man down and killed him. So you can't have leadership like that. Racist ass unity. No, it's not okay. It's very dangerous. And yes, I blame a lot of that shit on this president, this ex-president, Trump, his evil ass. So we're fortunate, at least in that maybe some of this this madness will stop because he's gone. Democracy is failing. Okay. Hello. People tend to make people lesser people because they're sex workers. That's what they're doing. How old can you be being a sex worker? That ain't their whole life. That's what these women are doing right now. These women are making a whole lot more money than make as a waitress. You don't know what the situation is. You don't know if they're taking care of their parents. They're taking care of their kids. You don't know what the hell is going on there. They might be putting themselves through college. Whatever. You have no right to go and kill them. Right? So if that's not on the list of killing a sex worker because she's a sex worker, then that should be added to the list of hate crimes, in my opinion. Because a lot of the violence that we see in America, we don't hear about it. They don't report it. But a lot of the violence is against prostitutes. Like they are lesser people. It's different. Kill a prostitute than it is to kill a woman. For me, this dude ain't no different than Dylan Ruth. He wouldn't kill 8 people. Ruth, but he killed 9 people. They're murderers. You know, one people is more valuable than the other person. Anyways, apparently we're having a real bad problem with this Asian hate. I wasn't aware of it because San Francisco is 1/3 Asian people. I mean, for every 3 people here, one of them is Asian. So fortunately, we haven't had a lot of that. I just recently found out there was any of it going on here. I guess there's some, but they're a major part of this community here. And it's terrible to think that people are actually out there being hurt. And they seem to be, most of the violence is against women. But women had the coronavirus or... weaker people, these are cowards. Why are you going to try to pick out the weakest person you can find, and then you're going to use a Uzi on the weakest person you can find in society, and somehow or other, you think that's okay? Are you justified in doing that? Or I don't know what at the mind of this boy is. I mean, he's basically insane. So I don't know what he says makes any difference. But for him to say to the cops, "Oh, I got a sex problem," and then a dumbass spokesman for the Georgia Police Department, he comes out and says, "Oh, he was having a bad day." What the fuck is this bad day got to do with killing somebody? So what are you having a bad day? Shit, I had a bad day all day yesterday. What I go out and kill people for that? He made it sound, he was very cavalier about the way he was describing this dude killing all these people. Another thing he said, he said the man was fed up. He had enough. How the hell is he fed up at 21? The fuck you mean you fed up? Fed up with what? You're 21 years old. So this is a monster taken off the streets. Good riddance. No telling what he would have done, because apparently he said he's on his way to Florida when he left there. He was on his way to Florida to kill some more. I wonder if he arrived in Florida, would he be picking out Asian places there as well? What's this Asian angle? Apparently there are all kind of massage parlors in Atlanta, Georgia. He passed them all up and went on to the Asian ones. Went all the way across the state to make sure he got the Asian ones. Sure, it's a hate crime. It's a hate crime for whatever reason he did it. If he singled them out because of who they were, that's hate. I don't know what makes any difference that he got a sex problem. Stupid motherfucker. Probably just couldn't pay for the sex. Hell, it ain't like the old days. You can buy a prostitute for $20, honey. Hell no. Maybe some Asian woman slapped the shit out of him. We don't know what the motivation is. It's probably tied into this. Why is he going? He said he went to the places before. So if he thinks these people are bringing Corona here, why you want to have sex with him and then kill him? He's a murderer and hates himself. And why do people take these white guys well and fine? Right. I always got an excuse for him. Oh, he was having a bad day. Oh, he was fed up at 21. You ain't even started living at 21. What are you working like a Popeyes or something? They got to dig up some more on this boy. I just don't want to hear more about this fool. He's a fucking freak. They got to lock him away forever. They got to lock him away forever for 2 people. So him being convicted of a hate crime, I don't know how you're going to extend a life, forever life, or death penalty because it's a hate crime. Right? They need to convict him and get rid of him. He has a porn addiction. So what? He got a porn addiction of shit. So a lot of people. I mean, that's why they got a business. Since the beginning of time, he said he killed the workers to get rid of temptation. So where did the temptation go when he killed those 8 people? Where? I mean, what are there, 2,000 or 3,000 in all these massage parlors? I didn't know that they could legally run some massage parlors that included sex. But he says it's there for sex addiction. I mean, it's not that hard to make the connections. They're interviewing all the people they're working. They say they can't get it. They're having a hard time interviewing people because they're all sex workers. Right? So he's probably going to cause a major rift in that industry. Maybe he'll get some of those clubs closed now because there'll be an outpour from these churches. Oh my God, they right here under our nose. We don't know what these state laws are and things like that. But he's probably fucked that up too. I don't have no strong judgment about people they choose to do. It's better than walking the street, I guess. And it's not the whole person. They can't do it but a few years. They might want you after you're 30. They don't give you no money for it. Anyway. And then he's in the church. He's a member of the church. Sick religion. But this is mental illness. I mean, you got to be mentally ill because you got to know that your life is over. So what are you doing? Do you feel like you'll never make a living and be a normal person? So the only future you have is to be locked away in prison where you get 3 meals and a cot for the rest of your life. Is that the mentality? Because it don't make no damn sense. You sloppy ass killer. You're a spree killer. You got to know it's over. Probably he could have been easily killed. If they got in a shootout, who gonna lose? You get in the shootout with the cops. He said he bought the gun the same damn day. Just walked in there and bought a gun. Right. Something like that, Marsha. Marsha Cleveland says those people were probably like, you're a weirdo, don't come back. And he shot him. Right. They probably rejected him. How in the hell is a boy look like that fool gonna afford to be paying sex workers? He ain't got that kind of money. It takes money. People, the tricks got money, honey. You can't be poor and pitiful and 21 years old and be going from massage parlor to massage parlor. They probably threw him out. He wanted to be freaky, and they don't want to be that damn freaky, especially not for the kind of money you're spending. Or he tried to pull one and get some free. And he decided he can't have it, so he go out and kill him. Who knows what goes on the mind of a psycho? But he is a murderer. He needs to be put away forever. Whatever, how they want to call it, this hate crime, they want to call it mass murder or spree killer or whatever they call it. You took those 8 families are destroyed behind this. There'll be years and years and years before they can get over First of all, that their daughter or niece or whatever was working in one of these places. Many of them probably didn't even know that, and then they had their lives ended like this. It's crazy. Atlanta is the sin city. Is prostitution legal in Atlanta? Do y'all have a red light district or something? Atlanteans, let me know. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Gemini. They try to press the cops. Have you ever been to this place before? One of them looked pretty raggedy, pretty low end, low down. But yeah, of course. I mean, wherever you have prostitution, you have crime. You have drugs and you have crime. Looking at that boy, I don't know where in the hell he'd be coming up with $300 and $400 for a few minutes. Some of them girls get $1,000 an hour, child. If they're not working on the street, even the crackheads asking for more money he can afford. Plus, he ain't got nowhere to take them, so he probably is just somebody that they just rejected. But why would he be going to two of them in Atlanta and one in some other county? Whatever. We can't make sense out of nonsense, honey. All we can do is be grateful the food was caught the same day. Sex workers need self-defense and active shooter trainings, especially self-defense. Absolutely. They need security in a place like that. They didn't say anything about a security guard being injured. So I would think that would be the first person he would have to kill. Most of them places, I would imagine, have bouncers, but there was no recording of that. He went in there and killed the women and walked back out 3 times. Okay, I don't, Gemini. I don't know if it's legal, but we do have red light districts and places where people go to have sex. Okay, but if you have a red light district, that's set up by the city, right? City or state, and that is legal there. Then you can go in that section and hire prostitutes. These places were spread out. You must have more than one red light district. I said 2 of them. I guess the 2 that were in Atlanta were right across the street from each other. Whatever. He been thrown out of all of them, I guess, or he had a bone to pick with the owner of it. But these girls, maybe these are just girls that he could never have. Maybe he just longed for these girls, and he couldn't pay them. No ticky, no washi. Yeah, we think about our racism against ourselves. And I was even thinking for a while there that maybe Asian people weren't even discriminated against or experienced racism because they're brilliant people and they're so involved in the tech industry and doing that's where I see them here. I see these people are all upper middle class people, and they're very. I just think that they're very intelligent, smart people. Now, are they not experiencing racism the same way that Black people are experiencing it? Was my thinking. I know the people, these people who are afraid of the country becoming less white. In other words, races. They have a big problem with Black people and brown people because brown people are the threat because they're coming in such mass numbers. They're so fearful that, oh, hey, we ain't gonna be the white rule. What are you doing with the white rule, honey? This boy was a mess. Hair just dropping all off his face. Just shave. Shit, you might get some pussy. I mean, I'm just saying. You're 21 years old. Damn. You're 21 years old. You got a sex addiction and you walk around looking like that? What are your chances of scoring? Anyway, so people that hate anybody don't look like them, they hate them. It's a damn shame. I'm so happy that damn Donald Trump is out of office. He was their illustrious leader. Because the person is having a rough time, because the person is making their money in that way, that does not define that person for their entire life. When I was 19 years old, I was out there with my thumb, honey. Hey, mister. Wanna have a time? I got what you want. That did not define me. That lasted a whole summer, 3 months, 40 years ago. Since that kid, I've been killed then. Like it's going to affect your sex life because you didn't murder somebody. Girl. Or the meanwhile, really. Behind the throne. Hey, I'm behind the throne. Since back when male Chinese workers were demeaned while building railroads and women sold their bodies to eat. Them days been gone. Well, they do here. I mean, they're a big part of building San Francisco, Asian people, Asian American people. I mean, we know there would be some backlash just because this disease started there, but damn, did they start killing black people because HIV came out of Africa? Oh, one thing I do with the other thing. So worldwide pandemic, honey. We're trying to solve the goddamn thing. And you had this fool up here talking about the Asian virus. Oh, the Chinese virus. It's the Asian virus. Oh, yeah. An idiot in charge. So whether this dude was a Trump follower, what are the chances that he wasn't? Yeah, apparently they do discriminate. Okay, Gemini, you would think that because of their proximity to whiteness, but they do experience discrimination. Maybe not as much as black people, but they do. They are doing extra right now around the country, Gemini, particularly in the East Coast. You know, these people get on the hate train. They want to hate somebody. So there's always going to be somebody. They always going to have their, let's just say, N-words. Somebody's got to be on the ball. They got to hate somebody. That's hate. That's what they put on their foreheads. They write it on their foreheads and on their neck all the time. It's hate. It's horrible. When I go to college, I had to go to a couple of college campuses here, San Francisco State. I mean, the majority of the whole damn campus was Asian people. Smart people. So I guess you don't, if people hate you, they just hate you. They don't care about what family you're from. They don't care about what you've done for society. They don't care about anything about you. They just hate you because you're different. It's horrible. When I saw that old man push down 90-something years old, you know what that does to a 90-something-year-old person barely able to walk, and you push and you bust him in his head? He's going to bleed all in his head, honey. Probably on blood thinners to save his heart. It's a struggle to be old. Somebody going to end his goddamn life. I know I was going to hear that declare. HIV did not come from Africa. I don't know. I mean, I know. Okay, it's got to be somebody else. It's always somebody else, honey. I don't give a goddamn where it came from. It still arrived here, right? It arrived here on the airplane, honey. So am I going to go and kill all the people that live in the country where it came from? It's a disease. I thought HIV started with monkeys or something in primates in Africa. But I could be wrong. I don't know. It's been so long, honey. Prostitution, pandering, and pimping is illegal in Georgia, but it still happens. Okay, so prostitution, pandering, and pimping is illegal in Georgia, but it still happens. Okay, so more than likely, then there are probably going to be investigations into these massage parlors. Nobody seems to be pretending that they were meant for actual massages. Yeah, that's the. What are you doing, boy? What the hell are you doing? You lose a toy? You come down. Yeah, that's the whole. The pimp line is he's supposed to be security. He gets all the money. Lord. He gets all the money, but he actually has a job. He is supposed to keep the prostitute safe. Like he's going to keep her safe and she getting in cars and going off to other God knows where. But that's supposed to be his role, right? Then he ends up abusing the women and taking advantage of them, taking all the money. They don't get shit. Now they're just prostitutes being pimped. So the security guard gets more than the person you're securing. That's how it usually starts. That's that game. Okay. I will challenge you, Priscilla. Okay. Priscilla say, I respect and like. I know it's here we go. Priscilla says, I respect and like you, Unc, but you say some of the ignorant comments when it comes to Africa. I don't say that many comments about Africa. Oh, I see your last name. Oh, messed up. That's an African name, isn't it? Priscilla. Let's leave it Priscilla. Okay. Comments with it to Africa. HIV did not generate from humans in Africa. Okay, maybe if I'm incorrect, I'm incorrect. We know that it arrived here with on a plane from a steward. I think that's the history that I know. Now, they've had a huge problem with HIV in Africa. Can you at least concede to that? It took hold there. It took hold here. It took hold in Europe. So HIV became a worldwide pandemic, much like what we're experiencing now. So if I don't have it right where it came from, honey, I stand corrected. I was always under that impression. Now, I can only go by what's in the news. Huh? And frankly, I mean, you're going back 35 years now. When they were actually trying to figure out his origins. Right, who cares where it came from? I mean, who was the first person? Oh, what the first person? Where was he walking at? Oh, is he in Cambodia? What difference does it make where the man was walking? It's the disease. So that's the problem we're having with these people attacking Asian people. They feel like it always got to be where it came from. Oh, they the guilty ones. How are they the guilty ones that they live in America? What kind of sense does that make? They don't even live there. Wherever the hell they're saying this came from. Forgive my dry lips, people. I've started this new medication that leaves me dry. I'm going to put it on like a woman. Prejudice is wrong no matter who it's against. Violence is wrong no matter who it's against. And in minorities, we got to, in that respect, we got to understand that nobody's free until everybody's free, honey. Stop Asian hate, stop racism. They'll stand up for us, we stand up for them. Right? And a whole lot of decent white people. Everybody is not a bigot or racist. That boy looked like he came from the hills. Like he had a shower. Fuck you talking about? Yeah, I got a sex addiction. You ain't trying very hard. Okay, so now I've been corrected, Priscilla. Do you accept my apology? I don't know where it came from. You can give me that, but not that I care all that much. But we don't want to offend over here. Asia have benefited from civil rights. Okay. Set up their business. Okay. We see where the problem is coming. Okay, Priscilla. So you're mad because you don't believe HIV came out of Africa continent. And now you're saying Asia have benefited from the civil rights movement and set up their business. They don't blame those people because they set up businesses because they have enough sense to have that. If you go to an Asian restaurant, they got the nephew there, the cousin there, the grandma, their uncle there. They set up businesses, honey. Don't blame that on them. We're the only people on the planet, it seems like, who don't set up our own goddamn businesses. We go to a black community, every damn near 90% of the businesses are owned by somebody else. But you gonna blame them? Okay, they set up businesses in our community, but have no respect for. Okay, Priscilla, I'm not listening to you no more. When you said that they didn't come out of Africa, I was willing to accept that. But you're a racist person yourself. To have that view of Asian people, that's racist. They came here, girl. They came here and built the railroads and been in internment camps. So for you, it's got to be black. Black is right, and that's it, right? Black ain't nothing wrong. And can't come from Africa. Asians are bad. No, another minority trying to make it in this goddamn country. And then you got bigots and racists chasing them, and that makes you feel better. I respect the way that they set up businesses. This is what we got to learn. Sometimes you got to shut up and learn something, honey. We can learn something from them people. You know how much money America has to borrow from China? That's a growing economy, honey. A lot of things we can learn from the people about family and about business and about owning stuff. All right, Priscilla, you on the line, honey. Be nice. We're not racist over here, Priscilla. So we ain't gonna just defend everything black and everything else wrong. That ain't who I am anyway. They say it's not from Africa. Well, girl, that makes you feel better. HIV. Okay, this is from Ronnie Jr. HIV first began to spread among the historic trade routes of the Congo in that Africa basin in the 1920s. Key points: HIV crossed from chimps to humans in the 1920s. I didn't know that. In what is now the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is Africa. Girl, the truth don't mean shit no more. It does something. Nobody gives a fuck about the truth. All they know, OJ's on the road. Oh, he didn't do it. Excuse me? Oh, we're not watching this man running from the goddamn scene of the crime on the freeway. The wife is laying there with her head damn near cut off, and automatically he's innocent. No, honey. Who did he do it? If he did wrong, we want him punished. If he's innocent, we don't want him. We don't want to see him punished. We don't want to see him treated unfairly. That is the issue, to treat him unfairly. But you can't just go out and kill people because you're black or because you're this fool. Whatever. People so focused on blaming people. It's like that idiot we just got rid of. China virus. Oh, it's China. Hong Kong Phooey. Hong Kong Phooey. What the fuck is that? You're a president of the United States. You running around talking about Hong Kong Phooey, making t-shirts? He caused a lot of that. When the president's a racist president like that, they were all following. When he speaks, it means something to them. If you're barely holding on to your sanity anyway, Amway, you're liable to believe anything. Who is this? Thank you, Gwen Washington. Super chat. My mods do a great. They sure do. You're right about that. I even say hello to my moderators. Thank you, guys. Where's that? Thank you, guys. Oh, who's here? Nicole Reloaded. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I sometimes forget to thank you guys. You help me. Nicole's in here. Okay, Nicole got him. She said, no problem. Okay, the majority of HIV researchers agree that HIV evolved at some point from the closely related simian immunodeficiency virus. Okay. Post-mutation was transferred from non-human primates to humans in recent past. Okay, primates, that would be in Africa, right? Am I right or am I wrong? I don't want to go to no big thing about where diseases come from and all that kind of stuff. I just know they had a huge problem with it in Africa. And they still, quiet as kept. I mean, they have a worse problem than we do. You have to pray for them babies. And I love that's us. Same DNA. Thank you, Ronnie Jr. We love your content. Sean Bradley still talking stuff. He has a crush on you. A girl. They always say, oh, I'm only attracted to the white man. The white man's coming, girl. When he gonna get here? Shit. I've been celibate for what, 10, 15 years? When the hell is he going to arrive, honey? He's still talking shit. I got to go see if he's talking shit about me today. Thank you, Ronnie Jr. for Super Chat. I appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Behind the throne. What else is going on here? That don't make me no less a person because there was a disease started in Africa. The fuck, what difference does it make? I mean, where it started from? That's to be concentrating our efforts then to help them people. Priscilla ain't even black. She's a white bigot. Oh my God. Congo is Africa. She said it ain't come from Africa. Why? Because she's black? Okay, so it came from somewhere else. Who we gonna blame it on? We're gonna go attack them? These people are attacking Asian Americans, just like we are African Americans. Have any of y'all been or lived in Africa? You're still African American, right? They're just Americans because they look different. That's wrong. Let's buy black owned, says Nicole Reloaded. Mm-hmm. Well, this is a great idea, but we are behind, Nicole. We got to accept it. We are behind. I mean, things are so much better than it ever were before. But I'm just saying, in general speaking, when you go to a black neighborhood, most of the businesses are not owned by black people. Now, there are some, and hopefully, I live next door to Oakland, so there are a lot of black-owned businesses there, and they do very, very well. So we're getting better for sure. But Asian people have always been known for having businesses where the entire family gets involved, and they do better. They own a lot of stuff. We can't be mad at them because they're better business people. We can learn from them. Like we can learn from pretty much any race. You can learn from anybody, right? And they can learn from us. I mean, they love our music. They love our sports. They love a lot of stuff about black people. We excel at a lot of stuff, a lot of areas. Work harder. Now we're all up into politics. Mm-hmm. Did I already say hello to Nicole? I better say hello, Nicole. Nicole Reloaded. Mm-hmm. Well, in the novel Nicole Reloaded, I had to have your name. You're just Nicole. You're an FBI agent. But then when you go online to investigate these murderers, then you're going to become Nicole Reloaded. Okay. We're going to have to give you your online name because your job is to investigate internet crimes. Writing's going good too. Guess what? I started chapter 5 now. So we are officially in chapter 5 of working title, Doxing Can Be Hazardous to Your Health. That's a long name, so we might have to do something else. But for right now, doxing can be hazardous to your health. Mm-hmm. I think it'll be my best book. I really do. This internet is so rich. Okay, Janet. What did Janet Amar? Sean Brady gonna beat your ass. Now you talking about a comedy show. You so messy. Sean Brady gonna beat your old ass. Oh, you going, honey? I don't need my moderators to take your ass out. You're what they call the ops. Let me see. High user channel. There you go. Users' messages will be hidden. There you go. Okay. Goodbye, Janet. Amar. Sean Bradley gonna kick my ass. Child. Sean Bradley couldn't kick my dog's ass. Goody baby. Sweeney. Well, you hear something? I hear it too. I heard on somebody else's phone. Okay, go investigate. He hears things before I do. Who needs to go? Oh, Miss Janet. She's just taking a trip. We won't be seeing her no more. She seems to think that Sean Bradley gonna come kick my old ass. Child, don't you send that boy up under these heavens to Murgatroyds, honey. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Bam, bam, bitch. Get your ass up. Tell me you're sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sean Bradley can't whoop his own ass, honey. That's a woman. Oh, yeah. I always forget to like them, too. Please like the video. Cannabis, I always forget to like the video. And I like them. I like all the ones I watch. A business license costs $75 in my city. Start there with investors if your credit is jacked and get a loan. Okay, investors come to every small business meeting. Well, that's why a lot of people they trust white people more, these rich white people. They know what their main thing a lot of times is raising money. So they don't trust us to give us their money, right? They can go and raise, you think somebody that, some average kind of guy, he can go and raise millions of dollars to start a business. There's going to be a lot of new businesses, though. When you go up down Market Street, that's the main drag here in San Francisco. I mean, it's got to be at least a quarter of the businesses are closed, and some of them will never return, are closed down permanently. They've moved the furniture out of the business. So I imagine there's going to be a lot of opportunity for people to start up. Like if the restaurants in the neighborhood are closed down, there might be an opportunity for somebody to go in there and start something new because the competition is all closed up, right? So there'll be a race to the top. But being a good business person, they don't got no color on it. It might be harder for you to raise money, but you hook up with other people who are able. I mean, when I was raised, my mom was terrible. She got ripped off a couple times. One time, my aunt, she hired this black company to paint her house or something like that. They came and they painted the front panel on the house, and then we could never find them again. That was all it took. Oh no! I had a white man to come to my house. Well, she was picking people that she knew from somewhere. Get a reputable person, honey. They're reputable black businesses. People supporting their families. People who have enough sense not to sabotage their own business. Right? There's good people and bad people in every race. Watch American Greed. They ain't black. I think I probably would have been a good businessman, though, if I hadn't gotten detoured by drugs and stuff. I think I probably would have. I was a pretty decent businessman, even with the shit that I did do. Yeah, as long as you weren't willing to rip people off and so forth. I don't know what that business would be. Plus, sometimes we think too much about the flashy kind of stuff, clothing and music and stuff like that. And then other people will say, well, that microphone, it has a sprocket in there. And that microphone can't work without the sprocket. So I'm going into the business making the sprocket inside of the microphone, right? I'm going to build a business making glasses. Maybe make a glass only costs a couple dollars, but if I make 100,000 of them, I just made $100,000 a year. Whatever. I'm out the game. After I say I'm retired, they don't like me to say I'm retired. They say, "Oh, you can't have no right to be retired." Where you retired from? Baby, when you stop working, that's retired. Janet Marr. That's one of them evil. She's over here trying to start some shit. Look at all them comments she made. Girl, you must have a boring ass life. You want to come over here and tell me the Sean Bradley gonna kick? How you gonna kick it, girl? How you gonna even have access to it? You just starting shit. your ass out of here. Mr. Blaine, what type of business would you have owned? Interior design business. I think if things would have went differently, I probably would have had like a little shop to sell to decorators. I probably would have sold pictures and lamps, and that was my real interest from preteen, is interior design. You don't have to be an interior designer. I used to work for a showroom. Actually, I was assistant manager of another showroom. So I worked in design industry in the showrooms, right? But there's all kind of businesses you can have. I think I would have been a shop owner. Buying and selling. And not new stuff either. I would have like a specialty shop. If I was a little bit younger. There are people though who have online businesses that are successful in interior design. They'll get a platform like this and put a different item on there for sale and put that on eBay, and they can make a living that way. They get a storage unit. I just don't have the energy to do all that shit. Right? And you can buy and sell high-end items, you know. I don't have the energy. You too young? No, I'm just young and gorgeous. I ain't young. 62. I'll be 63 next week. I'll be 63 on April the 6th. And all these aches and pains and shit I get. I said, well, Timothy, what did you expect, honey? No one said it would be easy on my own. Why did it end this way? This isn't how it was supposed to end. All by myself. This is a job right here, though. I have YouTube. I can do this. I can write my little books and stuff. I have my Social Security, you know, for my basics. I ain't unhappy. I work with people from China, and they align themselves with white people. Unfortunately, most of white people would talk bad about them and use microaggressions against. Yeah, they have their own kind of struggle, honey. They have struggles. They align. I just recently found out that a lot of Latin people, they consider themselves to be white. I was in like a Zoom meeting. I don't want to say anything, but I said, "What? I never knew you were white." No, they're just light-skinned. Wedo is the word. Light-skinned Mexican people or Latin people, they consider themselves to be white. Now, I'm sure white people don't consider themselves to be white. It's like that other kind of prejudice thing where these white people, white races, they're white, right? And then Jewish people are white, but they hate Jews. The hardcore races, almost all the time, they always hate Jews, right? They're always with the Germans and all this kind of shit. Remember at Charlottesville, they weren't chanting about black people. They were chanting about Jews. Jews will not replace us. Jews will not replace us. Well, they're all white, right? Every Jewish person I ever met considers himself to be white. And these people, the haters, don't consider them to be white. They consider them to be Jews. And they deal with all kinds of prejudices they've had to deal with. Jewish people, even though they are white. White Latinos are white. Okay. So they just go purely by the color of the hue. So you can have Latino and white people in the same house. I thought they were just called Wedo, was the word. But they're still Latinos. There's some Latinos you don't know they're Latinos because their skin is so light, or they might be biracial. But they weren't white till they got here. In Europe, they were all different races from countries, and they were identified by where they came from. But when they get to America, they all of a sudden now they're all white because America thinks in white and black and white. Lord. Cubans in Miami. Okay. So do Cubans consider themselves to be white? Like somebody like Ted Cruz, is he white? I'm just asking a question. What do y'all think? What is Ted Cruz white? Is the question. Now he's Cuban, right? Marco Rubio, is he white? I guess if you're in the same family, then so if your brother is dark skinned, then he's dark, then he's Latin, and then if you are a light skinned, then you're white. Is that just passing? I don't know. Most Latin and Philippine people have Negroes and white. Timothy, most Latin and Philippine people have Negroes and white. Really? So they call people in their own family Negroes? There are a lot of dark-skinned people in Mexico too, you know. This color thing is a mess, child. We have colorism within ourselves, even among Black people. They're colorists among Black people. Aren't you just Black? I mean, I guess I never dealt with that because our family, we had so many different, everybody was a different color. I never even considered who's light and who's dark. I used to tease my sister. She was apparently a shade or two darker than me as a teenager, but I was just teasing her for something to tease her with. But my other sister is real light skinned. My mother is light skinned or lighter than me. Then we had people in our family who were dark skinned. We had people who were fat. Most of them were small, but that's because we were all young then, you know. Anyway, it's colorism. I mean, we had everybody, and then a lot of times we have interracial relationships in there. I don't know a lot of the interracial children because I was already left Indiana when they started, you know, getting married and having kids. Hey Tim, did you see Sean video yesterday? It made me so mad. I can't stand when they come for you. You're like family. Oh, thank you, Elaine. I think I responded to his last video. Was that where he was calling me Trap House Timmy? Girl, ain't nobody think about that fool. Sean Bradley's a fool. Yeah, I chopped his ass up though yesterday. So maybe you're behind one video. What was my video called? Mine was called the essence. Yes, I think the essence of internet. Oh shit! I can't talk today. The essence of an internet gangster, and I put Sean Bradley. I spelled his name out with spaces in it, and then I went on for an hour and a half about it. So he can come all he wants to. You know, they're looking for content. And ladies, listen. Take me seriously for a minute here. Guard your pocketbooks. These YouTubers, they know you got that $1,400 coming, honey. So they're going to up their game, right? So I'm just saying, beware and guard your pocketbooks. You don't owe these people, it's your money, honey. Government ain't giving it to them. They're going to be coming up with all kinds of stunts, right? So it doesn't surprise me when this dude comes hooping and hollering. What, he is so country. Sean Bradley is his mind. He's still talking about the white man. Well, people kill me over there, child. I never had a problem with race in that way. I mean, it still infuriates me. Racism, it makes me so angry. I mean, it's hard for me to even now to watch slave movies where Black people were being mistreated by white people. That kind of stuff, it always, even going all the way back to Roots. I think I was still in high school when Roots came out. I said, oh my God, this is horrible. This is horrible. But I didn't hold it against all white people though. So I was raised primarily in Black neighborhoods. Then my parents split. We moved into the projects. The projects were predominantly Black people, but it was an all white neighborhood, right? So this is right before busing. So I went to white high schools, white grade schools. It started early then. And I think my obsessions started in grade school. As far as they always talking about, oh, you like white boys, whatever. You like what's around you. San Francisco, you'll find a lot of interracial relationships between Asian and white people. Why? They're raised around white Asian people, right? Anyway, I think I started noticing white people, white guys, men, in like sixth grade or something like that. That's when the Monkees were popular. I remember I got a crush on the Monkees, of a TV show, and I didn't even know what a homosexual was. I just like watching the Monkees. So I got obsessed with a TV show, and that kind of stayed there all the time. So I don't know. So there was always a little bit of attraction to white guys, young guys, my own age kind of thing. But aside from that, I just never had any strong feelings about race. And believe me, I've been through. Like I said, our projects were right in the middle of a white neighborhood. So we had to deal with people. One time, this is a true story. One time, these white guys came in a van, right? We had been feuding with the neighborhoods because there was a low-end trailer park on one side of us. There was a creek, low-end trailer park on one side of us, and then there was a slightly higher, a double wide trailer park on the other side of us. And we always seem to have all these feuds between each other, right? One day, these teenagers, I was about 11 or 12, they came into the projects. That was dangerous, just on his face, right? They came into the projects and they chased a group of young black kids. We were about 11, 12, and they caught me. They caught me and took me to their van. They were going to kidnap me, right? And one of the older guys in the neighborhood saw what was going on and came in and got me away from them. But I don't know what them people were going to do. Were they going to kill me, or were they going to fuck me? I don't know what the hell is going to go on. So, I mean, I've been exposed to racism. When we left there, busing had started in Indianapolis. So we went to then all-white high school. But I lived in a black neighborhood, and we were bused to a white high school. So I don't know. It's all around you. I mean, you can't really choose what you like, how you like it, whatever. I guess it's all a mixture or whatever. But yes, I was exposed to racism when they first tried to bus us into Christmas Addicts. Not Addicts. It was I forgot the name of my damn high school. Lord have mercy. Help me, Lord. Anyway, when we went to high school, we were on the bus, and old white women came to our bus and were throwing rocks at our bus and telling us to go home in words, right? Bus had to pull off. So we've been exposed to it. I don't like to live my life that way, though. Angry. I'm angry. What am I rambling about? I don't know. Don't ask me, honey. Okay, where was we at? So I was talking about Latinos, not a race. Larry Reed. Oh, on the stock, any stock, well, as long as he says, okay, and Larry Reed asks his viewers to put a minimum of $50 on a stock, any stock. Oh, okay, well, as long as it's not going to him, that might just be good advice. I mean, it's only $50 out of 1,400, right? But no, you're gonna get these people coming up. They're gonna have trickerations. I see Five Babe. She's having a contest, lipstick contest. I wonder how much is collected, how much is given out. They're gonna get hungry for them checks, baby. Believe me. Mm-hmm. Stacey Dash. Oh, she's trying to get back. Anyway, the wind blows. She is for sale. Stacey Dash. What's she telling all the black people? We don't need all this black shit. We don't need no black schools. We don't need no tutorial black colleges. We don't need no black holidays. Yeah, she was all anti-black because she was on Fox. Right? Traded in her own blood, honey. Didn't they just arrest her for beating her husband up or something? They arrested her for domestic abuse. She crazy. Now the money done dried up. She made her little movies. We put too much on these movies. These movies sometimes take 3 or 4 weeks to make, and then they eat on that for the next 20 years. Right? When's the last time you had a Stacey Dash movie? She'll kiss your ass. She'll kiss anybody's ass, honey. Anybody's paying. Oh. Wait a minute. TM Khan, I like Larry Reed, but he mentioned donating $888. He says that number. No. We got to speak up for Larry. I think he said $8.88. Khan, TM. I don't think he really wants you to give him $800. He says $8.88 is his number for donations. I like Larry Reed. I enjoy him. People, you give when you want to. Don't let nobody pressure you into giving nothing, honey. You ain't got to tithe to nobody. You ain't got to do nothing that you don't want to do. God wants a cheerful giver. He wants to want to give money, right? Don't be conned out of it. I don't feel good. Donate your nope, $800 too. Oh, well, maybe he's talking to his rich subscribers. Miss Flaky, wait a minute. First you said Miss Flaky, kiss ass too. Okay, I guess you're talking about the girl there, and now you're telling me, Timothy Blaine, why you want to be white? So, girl, I have no interest in being anything other than what my God has made me. None. Y'all got it fucked up, honey. If you have a sexual interest, I just like to tell the truth. Does anybody like I said, it's getting to where the truth, it doesn't mean anything. You just tell people what they want to hear. No, the truth is, when I was being sexual years ago, literally years ago, honey. I can't identify the exact date, but definitely 15 years ago, whatever, I was attracted to white men. I don't think that's anything horrible. I don't think I want to be white. If they're attracted to me, they want a black man. If I'm attracted to them, they're attracted to a white man. So we got together and we liked each other. Not exclusively, but I'm just saying it's just something I like. It doesn't mean I want to be white. I'm not going to do that. It's impossible. So I've never been a person that have all white friends and anything like that. I mean, my family's black. All my friends are black. You all are black. Everything I talk about is black. Every show I interview is black. Everything is black, honey. So if I like a little strange, is that okay? Some guys they love Asian women. That's why they got them damn massage parlors over there. Is that okay to like somebody different, something different? It's just sex, honey. Oh, it took Miss Flaky out. Goodbye, Miss Flake. Y'all something else, child. Y'all will not let people be who they are. If they could just learn to tell the truth. God, we would have so much better conversations if people could tell the truth. Anyway, what else? Excuse me for 1 second here. I'm making sure I ain't got no headlines. One of these hookers done went off. Okay, go to subscriptions. Uh-oh. So y'all keep telling me about Bradley for some reason. So his last video 15 minutes ago was real bitch news, blood in the water. Girl, let me sure it ain't about me. Hold on.
Said about Lady Dimples calling James ugly ass James Caldwell a manatee, and they saying James Caldwell trying to say that it's racism it's racist to call him a manatee, and they like, well, the word manatee wasn't used as a racial epithet, so it wasn't used as a racial slur to people, so they were like, that's a reach. But since he's upset about Lady Dimples calling him a manatee, the alley broke it down. The Lipstick Alley said, they said the manatee has gray skin.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all see what I mean? Girl, it's all this colorism, even among us, honey. People can't wait to put their mouth on somebody else's eyeballs. I'm going to decide what you look at and what you like, what you do, and where you spend your money, especially. We'll have to go and check out on that later on, people. Well, so glad you guys came in today. Did you get your checks? I'm going to keep asking you. You get your money? Shit, I ain't got nothing. You know, you're always wondering, what, did I do something wrong? Did I fill out the right paperwork? Did I do it? You know, where's mine? Where's mine? It'll come to you when it I know I got it last time, so I'm assuming that I'll get it this time too. 888 symbolize love, the love that is preparing to enter into your life, or love that you are now feeling. And this is a message that the person you're with is the one who deserves to share your life with. Oh, that's why he uses 888 is the symbol. Okay. I believe it's $8.88 though. I don't think it's $888. That'd be pretty arrogant to ask for that. Mm-hmm. Let me see what else is going on. Eating spaghetti and meatballs. Okay, honey. Eating good. I like to eat spaghetti. That's the one dish I can make behind the throne, except for it's just so much. There's so much work involved. And then you got to eat spaghetti for 4 days because I'm by myself. If I'm cooking for somebody, almost every time I make spaghetti. I make spaghetti with ground beef and Italian sausage. It's the easiest thing in the world to make, but I really enjoy it. But I just don't like to eat the same thing every day. I think maybe it's just being lazy. Yeah. When you cook by yourself, so many times that whatever's left over ends up getting moldy. So it'll just be left in the refrigerator because I want to eat something different the next day. Mm-hmm. I wish you come and join us. Okay. Read the dinner. Those who get. Okay. I read that they haven't decided on a date yet for those who get Social Security. My mom hasn't gotten hers either. Okay. Thank you, Dream with Breen. Dream with Breen. Yeah, I got to get over the idea, though, you're supposed to get money and go spend it on bullshit. Save. You got to learn how to save. That's my next mission, honey. I used to save when I wanted something. You know, if I wanted a car or I wanted something, I could save money. But I shouldn't be too anxious. Just let it go there and be there. Let it stay where it's at, you know. Hi, a view is a view. How you doing? Black bag or container. Pre-made sauce I made. I said, okay. Timothy, Ziploc bags or container. My pre-made sauce I make myself. Oh, okay. So you can just make the sauce, make a big batch of the sauce, and then freeze it. And then when you want to make spaghetti, you just make some more spaghetti and use that sauce. Yeah, that's how my friend does it too. Yeah. Yeah, my refrigerator looking kind of bare now. I gotta go to the store. I eat a lot of these Marie Callender's. I just talked to a nutritionist, and I was asking her because I'm diabetic. I ain't supposed to have no pasta and all that kind of stuff, right? She said, well, pasta is fine. You got to read the, what is it? The hypo, whatever. Hypo, oh. Y'all know what I'm saying. The sugar, the pasta turns to sugar. But the portions are correct on the Marie Callender's dinners. So you can have that. You just don't have more than one, you know. So they're good for portion control if nothing else. And they say you're supposed to eat, like yesterday, this whole diabetes thing is new. It's my latest disease. But it's a couple of days ago, my hand would start going like this. Right? I was writing and I didn't realize I hadn't eaten. So now I guess as a diabetic person, you can't get hungry. You get hungry, you get all jittery, and your hands just start shaking and all that kind of stuff. This is a new thing. This just happened this year, this diabetes thing. Anyway, I got to learn how to eat. They want you to eat basically all day. You eat 5 meals a day, but they're little tiny meals. They're not. You don't eat a whole plate of spaghetti. And I've lost 10 pounds. So we'll see. The queens on here, they love to talk about my fucking stomach. I lost 10 pounds, girls. You still ain't gonna get none, no monsters. You have a friend that's 80? No, thank you. No, thank you. I like young guys. When I was a young guy, I would not date somebody my age, right? So I think it's the same thing applies. I don't find myself sexually attractive. I like younger guys, but I like to be with somebody who wants to be with me. I don't want to pay nobody to be with me. I don't want anybody just hanging around for necessity. That's a turnoff. So if they ain't gonna be, most young people not gonna be falling in love with no 65-year-old man, 63-year-old man, right? So I'm just out of the game. It's just a done deal, honey. I can still admire it from afar. The gay doesn't go away because you stop having sex. You're still gay. You still look. You still have your favorite entertainment, shall we say. These guys who have a lot of money, I notice they always have partners, though. These gay guys. I mean, I live right here in the Castro, so I see all the gay, all variations of gay. Seems like there's, generally speaking, there's a 10-year gap. Beautiful young boy, and it seems like the partners are generally speaking around 10 years older. My partner was 7 years older than me when I was young and gentle, 22. Congratulations for what? Thirsty? For making it to 63? That's the accomplishment right there, child. That's what they call a shout. Oh, I miss shouting. Oh, Lord have mercy. When I used to get happy in church, I'm supposed to be the usher. I'm supposed to be helping the people. And they got to get me out the corner. Particularly when I first got delivered. It wouldn't take nothing. You hit them keys about 3 times and I'll be gone. Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Say, come on. I'm talking to you. Come on. I'm trying to lose 50 pounds. Girl, I understand. I was going to that damn gym. I've been going to the gym for 15 years. I've not lost a pound. Nothing. I go for the cardio, basically. And now here I am sitting on my ass for a whole year, and I lost 10 pounds. This might be part of this diabetes thing. I don't know. This transition. I don't know. But I lost 10 pounds sitting on my ass and no pounds going to the gym every other day. Oh, shit. Here we go. Ronnie Jr. Timothy, you are old ditchy. Baby, the word is bitchy. Old ditchy queen. Snap your fingers. Get your weave and hair and makeup and put on a dress. Thank you, Ronnie. Ronnie's young. That's a young person. But Ronnie, I hate to tell you this, baby. You got lipstick and dresses. Okay, I got to excuse you. Goodbye. Bless his little heart. Ronnie got a new computer. Timothy, not true. At 60, many have lost their partners and are looking for a mate. You better get you some. Yeah, at 60, but I'm just not attracted to 60-year-old men behind the throne. I mean, I was talking to my therapist. I had therapy for about 5 years, right? And they said, well, what is it specifically? I was trying to explain to him I'm only attracted to young guys in their 20s, early 30s. That's about it for me. I'll never find myself looking at men my own age. That's problematic. I was trying to figure out why I could not return to the sex life, right? And he told me, well, what is it about young guys that you're attracted to? And we got it down. Okay, I like thin, flat stomach. I like a thin guy. No, I don't have it, but I like it, right? So he said, well, it's theoretically then, because as far as relationship, you do much better with somebody your own age because you share the similar experiences and the similar maturity, right? Because I probably wouldn't have that much in common with somebody in their 20s and early 30s, right? So for the personality would probably be somewhere in near the 60s, but the physical attributes. And since then, the therapist had me looking at guys my own age, and I said, well, yeah, there are some. There's some guys, slim guys. I like tall. I like skinny. You know, so there are a few. I mean, I don't know how many there are, but at 60, okay, yeah, I'd love to meet somebody, but I gave up years ago. Years ago, honey, a long ways down the road. I'm attracted to man's for. Well, ladies, you're allowed to do that, honey. What are you doing? What are your ambitions? A lot of girls go to college. They get the books. They get to a man. Where's he going, honey? What's his career plan? Nicole Reloaded says, I'm attracted to a man's 401k. Hey, glory. But as a man, I don't think I want to be with somebody who has more money or in a better situation than I am. I don't know. It depends on their personality. I don't, but with two men, that is definitely a clash for me. I don't want to be no sugar daddy at this age. A lot of times, them sugar daddy, they want you to do stunts for them, honey. In other words, they're aware of all that they're doing for you. Nope. I just want somebody on my own level who likes me. I like them, and it's not all about race. It can be any color. It's just a matter of where they do. How much do they like me? I fell in love with my partner because he was so in love with me. That's the kicker. When somebody loves you back, that's a fact. I say not 70-40, not 60-30. I'm talking about a 50-50 love. Yeah. It's so good. When somebody loves you back. Y'all remember that? I'm looking for a new Jewish older sugar daddy. I ain't gonna be bothered with too much. You get old, you get set in your ways, and you want your own stuff. And I would prefer a man had his own apartment somewhere, and we had a relationship. I don't know if I want to live one. I don't think I have the patience. Yeah, you young ones, y'all get your sugar daddy. I mean, you can fall in love with a rich one just like you can fall in love with a poor one, right? And the rich ones, they need somebody. A lot of times you got to deal with their arrogance. Depends on the person. You don't want nobody just for their money and then they abusing you or they don't respect you. You got to actually get along with them and like them. Circus sex. Any which way my loose. Any which way my loose. Circus sex. I'm not familiar with that one behind the throne. Okay, Prima Wanda. Yes, Nicole Reloaded. If I'm bringing something to the table, then he has to bring something too. 401k. Hey, it's all right with me. 401k. Right. You want somebody on your own level, honey. A lot of black women, from what I understand, have a hard time because a lot of them they're passing the men up. A lot of times they're doing better than the men, honey. And so it's hard for them to find a mate because they're attracted to their own race. They like black men, but they want somebody on their own level, honey. You can't be working at the gas station. And I'm in six figures. So I don't know. Maybe you can help you. If the man has potential, you can help bring him up. And so many of us we have to be independent. We have to start our own businesses because they're just not having as many jobs available to them in the corporate world. I don't know. Be ye equally yoked. Packing and not lacking. That's right. They got to do it in the bedroom too. Keep me interested, honey. Don't be in there put me to sleep. Shit. Any which way but loose. Okay. Mm-hmm. Equally yoked. That's correct. I believe that is true. Mm-hmm. No loose holes and potholes. Y'all want a lot of these millions. I found love on a two-way street and lost it on a lonely highway. With music softly playing, her lips were gently saying, honey, I love you. The story was this inspiration, and then how can I be so blind to give it back in love the very first time? To be fooled is a hurt and shame. To be loved and fooled is a crying shame. And I feel the pain. Meet me at the credit bureau. Check him out, girl. Check him out, baby. Before you, and I'm a strong advocate that live with him. So many women, including my own family, have married these fools and then found out all they want to do after they marry them, all they want to do is watch TV or watch sports. And they're abusive. They're abusive because they know you out there making a living and they want to sit home and watch TV, and then they get jealous of you, and it's a whole big old mess. So I would say before you marry somebody, know who he is. Know who he is when he's at his worst, right? See how far you can push him before he slaps you. And then you'll know. Oh, no, honey. Oh, no, baby. Don't get caught up. You'll be caught up with some motherfucker knocking you across the room. Squeenie is the gangster today. What are you doing, protection? Where you at? Okay, take care. You gotta take care of your dad D. You need to stretch. Hi, baby. What you doing? What you doing? You almost drew that D? I almost drew that D. What you doing? Ding, ding, ding. Stacy Lattisaw was too young to be singing no song. Honey, don't get caught up with no monster. I love many broke ninjas. I need a man with some mule or some shumule, and then I will bless him with this good. Okay, Christian lady. Yes, Christian need love too, honey. They don't want to leave the house. Some people are just sloth. They're not ambitious. And y'all got to realize that a lot of times people went out there trying to make it, honey, and been knocked down and knocked down and knocked down. A lot of people don't agree with me, but I think black men have a harder time than black women. I just do, because of the kind of jobs they're getting. They can get those kind of jobs, but my experience has just been we have a harder time. Many times. That's why I think that a lot of times it's best to just own your own business. Build something for yourself instead of depending on these people to give you a job. It's my time. Nicole, you've been good long enough? I've been lonely for so long. Look like happiness will come along. It'll be great to happen. It's funny what happened, ain't it? When you calling him and he's calling you, and what time is it? It's 11. I was just thinking about you. I can't stop thinking about you. It's so beautiful, love, honey. Mm-hmm. There's power in that love. It's sad to think that it's already happened, though. You know, it won't happen. You know, when you're young, there's always that possibility. Every time you go to the club, there's always that possibility. This is going to be my night. This is going to be it, right? And many times when you're very young, it does happen like that. You know, you meet people, but as the years go on, and you start realizing that maybe a lot of my love life is behind me. Steve Austin, I know many women that marry beneath them and it works. As long as the man is willing to work. But yeah, sometimes that's just the situation. A lot of times she has better education than he does. But if the man is out there willing to go to work and to run his household and to be a father, I mean, there are other ways to compensate for making less money, right? And there may be times, like in my relationship, where he was making more money than me, and there were times where I was making more money than him. If you're together for a while, you know, it's not, if he's building something, then you want to encourage your man, you know, do the best you can, as long as he's working. He might like a woman, independent woman. I think in our communities, there's a whole lot of that. Oh, I'm happy with my partner who has my back if I fall short and will wipe my tears if I cry. That's it, baby. It ain't all about the money. It ain't all about where the money resides. You can just go and lay in his lap. Oh, Daddy, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired of so long. Won't you help me, girl, soon as you can? Those trade jobs can pay good money. There's ways to make money. If you're partners, you know, you help each other to guide each other to a better income, a better life. You know, can you cut hair? I was going to cut hair for a while before I decided I'm just retired. I said, I'll be a barber. But my knees was bad. They said, no, that might not be. I went to the trade people. They said, no, that might not be the best thing for you to stand up all day, you know. Love don't pay the light bill, baby. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. You got to have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. Hey, nothing going on but the rent. I remember my mama was a single woman, right? And she was still a beautiful woman when I left. I left about, I was 19, but she met this guy. I was about 17 years old, right? He lived on the block. So she dated him once. And then he came over after they dated once, and he was sitting there watching TV, right? So she came in and she turned the TV off when he was watching, right? She said, "Oh no, we don't watch TV in this house. We workers here." I said, "Damn, can't the man watch a TV show?" That relationship didn't work out for her either. She spent the rest of the night telling us that, man, he ain't got no car. The hell kind of man is that ain't got no car? Lord have mercy. I don't. She wasn't willing to marry beneath herself. That's true though. You got to have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. See, if I was in a relationship with somebody, he would expect more of me. He probably want me to get off my ass and go get a job somewhere. I said, baby, I'm retired. So for me, I had to be with somebody in the same position, right? We had to both be retired. Because he be saying, girl, oh, it was a hard day of work today. What you do? This place is a mess. You know, they have certain demands when they're bringing home the bacon, honey. I wouldn't want to be bothered. It's hard for people. Then when you're young, you're getting to know each other. But for a man, a 60-year-old man with another 60-year-old man, I haven't seen it happen that often. It does happen. Love can happen anywhere. But usually you're so set in your ways. I need a man to change my oil, right? My grandmama used to say, I just need somebody to come over and cut the grass. Right. Take the trash out once a week. I don't need him to be here. You're dateable because you still have a hairline. Lord, is that all it takes, Steve Austin? Is that all it takes? I don't have anything to offer a relationship. Like the person was saying, I think that was Nicole saying, they got to bring something to the party, honey. You got to bring something with you. But that's all young people. I ain't thinking about. I'm through. All I got to do is take care of my dog. Got so mad at me this morning because I ran out of the treats. He likes those. It's like a shish kebab treat, and I ran out. So I kept trying to give him all this bullshit that he's rejected before. He wouldn't take it. He said, "Oh no, honey, get your ass up and go and get me what I like." He's a very manipulative dog. I can't cook or clean, Nicole. I massage you. I'll pray for you. Make it rain when it's dry. And good credit. Ooh, you a catch, girl. You a catch. I don't think the women are the problem. I think it's a lot of times it's the men, honey. These men want to get out there and be players. But I don't know. I'm not a heterosexual, so I don't know how your relationships work and all that kind of stuff. I guess there ain't gonna be that much difference now. They got gay marriage, so I guess we have the same issues you have. Relationship is relationship. Love is love. I pay utilities and food. The rest is covered. Ooh, it's nice to be covered behind the throne. Behind the throne, who is this gentleman in your behind the throne? You are a female, right? You change your picture to a gentleman. Who is that? We're gonna check him out. Make sure he's being good to you. Ooh, I've been here an hour and a half. Lord have mercy. Okay, y'all pray for the Asian people. They're not giving unnecessary a hard time. Okay, so talk to you later. Go check the mailboxes again.